Hi, in this episode we're going to be reviewing the AOMAIS GO Bluetooth speaker, but in a different way because as you've seen on the internet, they're already showing the unboxing and how to use the unit by itself at least. In this video here, we're going to be focusing primarily on how to properly pair these two devices and also showing you guys some hidden features. That's right, hidden features that's not even listed in the manual that I figured out myself. So in this setup here, I am trying as much as possible to make these devices sound as if you were here in person. So these are pair matched microphone, condenser, hypercardioid microphone, set about a foot apart from the units. This will capture the both drivers and also the little subwoofer passive radiator here. There's another one in the back here. So I'm utilizing a Tascam DR100 Mark III high resolution recorder. For YouTube is more than enough to be recording a wave 16-bit at 48 kilohertz. The focus of this video here is primarily focused on how to pair these two units here, okay? It's not about the unboxing, how to use the unit as a single unit, okay? This video is going to be focused on how to properly pair the speakers because a lot of people on YouTube, they're not doing this properly, or they don't know how, or they're guessing things, they don't read the manual. So before you do anything with the pairing, you're going to make sure your Bluetooth device is set to off, either the iPad, the iPhone, Android, or whatever you got, okay? So you want to press and hold the power button for 2 or 3 seconds. You don't have to do it simultaneously. I just like doing it.
Powering on. Ready to pair. Paired.
So as you can see, the moment you turn them on, they already pair automatically. You don't have to do this every single time, which is great. Just once, and then they will remember that they are paired, okay? So to unpair the units, you want to press and hold the plus and minus buttons here for about 2 or 3 seconds until you hear the pairing again, the voice here.
Ready to pair.
Now after this, the units are no longer paired, they are disconnected. So if you want to hear just one unit, make sure you do not turn on one of them, okay? So if you want to hear this unit, make sure this is off or vice versa, okay? So to pair them again, press and hold the minus and plus buttons. You're going to hear a melody. Wait.
Paired.
Now they are back paired. Turn them back off. You don't have to press and hold both of them. Either one will do the trick. If you press over here, if you press over there, it's the same thing. They're already communicating that the signals, okay?
Powering off.
They both power off, okay? Power them back on, they're gonna pair automatically because I already done that right now. Press and hold both simultaneously.
Powering on.
There you go. They're gonna pair.
Ready to pair. Paired.
So the pairing thing should be an easy process. You have to make sure the Bluetooth is off here first, then you pair. So the next thing here is very interesting. What I wanted to pay particular attention is to what the LED little blue lights are doing. You notice that this is flashing rather quickly and this one on a slower pace, okay? What that tells you is that the units are successfully paired, and this information that I'm telling you about the LEDs and everything, this information is not written on the manual anywhere, okay? I just figured this out myself, and a lot of technicians, probably from AOMAIS, don't even know that. And there's more. This, as you know, is a stereo unit, left and right. You have the little passive radiator in the front. There's another one in the back. The size of the speaker is about bigger than 2.5 inches, smaller than 3 inches, somewhere in between there. But anyway, there's 2 drivers here, and these are passive radiators, front and back. This is a stereo unit, plays left and right channel, left and right channel. When you pair these units, they no longer become stereo. And this is a very cool feature, because a very smart way to design these things, because when they are paired, they are mono left and mono right. So if you put the speakers as far away as possible from each other, far apart, right, you're gonna have a very awesome stereo imaging because these things become mono once they're paired. So try to listen to these two things. When you buy this unit, you have to buy both of them. Don't buy just one. I cannot just use one, okay? I like my wide stereo. Okay, this is awesome the way they design these things here. When you unpair the unit, this goes back to stereo. But if you only want to hear one unit, make sure the other one isn't on. Make sure it is powered off, because if you power on, they're going to remember that they are paired automatically, okay? Now I'm going to unpair the unit. Watch what the LEDs are going to be doing. They're going to be flashing at the same rate. Press and hold the minus and plus buttons here. By the way, you want to take it easy on these buttons. They're not really made for you to kind of, they're kind of sensitive.
Ready to pair.
They're disconnected. Watch what's going on. They flash the same rate now. Interesting, right? Let's pair them back together. By the way, if you choose to pair from this unit, that unit that you're pressing and holding the plus and minus keys, they are going to be the ones that's going to be set default to left channel. So how do you know which one is left or right, right? Because when you're listening to the unit itself, if you, there's a song from Barry White, it's called Love Theme. The guitar, like is always playing on the right speaker. So that particular song that I use as a reference, I know if the stereo is being placed properly, because if you accidentally switch the unit, no big deal, but just so you know, you're going to be hearing right and left instead of left and right, right? So I'm going to choose this unit. I always choose the blue as my pairing device, because I know this unit is always going to be as the left channel, and the other one automatically becomes the right channel. If I pair the units from here, for instance, this unit here, this one is going to be set default as the left channel. So I always use the blue to pair. I never touch this unit. All the pairing is done through the blue. Okay, I chose that. If you buy two identical units, that will be a little tricky when you transport the unit, or you can put like a sticker here saying number one, number two, or left or right, whatever you want to do. So if you buy both of them, make sure you buy it as a different color, as a variation, you know, whatever. I have the black and I have the blue. So the blue, I know it's only the left channel. Okay, so let's pair them together again. Watch the LEDs. The melody again. Ready to pair?
Paired.
There you go. Now they're paired. It's not paired yet with your Bluetooth. Make sure it is on. Another thing that you have to pay very close attention, as you can see, at least on the iOS devices, you cannot rename the Bluetooth here. So I have two AOMAIS GO and two AOMAIS BALL. Okay, so how do you know which one is which? You can't. So I guess you choose the top one here. Let's see what happens. Remember, this is the dominant one here, okay? I don't think it's gonna pair because this is actually that one. There you go, connection unsuccessful. Don't worry about it. Choose the second one. Now it's gonna pair. There you go.
Paired.
So if you choose to pair, if you choose this one as the master pairing unit, the one that you put your hands in here, right? And then that's going to be the other Bluetooth ID here, okay? So this one is the blue, and this one is the black, okay? Yeah, it's a little bit complicated, but that's the way it is. When you pair these units, make sure you select the right one, okay? Another interesting thing is that the AOMAIS GO that comes with the AOMAIS in white logo, you notice that this one, it's not white, it's just like dented inside, right? This is the old version and old firmware. This is the new version, new firmware. They do slightly different things. For example, did you know you can also change the language by pressing quickly the minus and plus buttons?
Español.
You gotta wait a few seconds here.
Français.
There you go, French, Spanish,
Português.
Portuguese, from Portugal, not from Brazil. If you choose to have the little melody instead of the voice, you can do that. And then back to English.
English.
Now watch this. This is the newer version. This feature is not present here.
Ready to pair. Ready
See?
to pair.
You just unpair the units. So I'm going to pair now from this guy here. Can you hear the melody? There you go. Wait.
Paired.
Now this unit here becomes the left channel because I chose this one to initiate the pairing here, right? It also paired over here. So this Bluetooth is the first one. I think this one will be the second one. Now let's unpair.
Ready to pair.
Okay, let's start from here. Now this is going to become the left channel officially.
Paired.
Now watch.
Paired.
I don't remember if it was the other one was this one or that one, but somehow when you pair them together here or here, you have to remember if one of them doesn't work, don't worry about it. Click on the next one and you're gonna connect. Okay, it's that simple. Same thing with these guys here. So the review here is primarily focused on this one here. I might show you later what these things can do, which they are also almost identical to what these do. Now the coolest thing about how this company designed their Bluetooth as far as corresponding to the volume, because a lot of Bluetooth speakers you have to set the volume first, make sure it is set to the maximum volume first, and then you can actually control from the iPad or iPhone or Android, right? Beautiful thing about this, what this company is doing, is because you don't have to worry about what settings your volume is currently set to, okay? If you turn the volume down, it synchronizes with the volume here, and also you can utilize this speaker here. As you can see, the volume is changing. You can also do from this one here. Once they're paired, it doesn't matter which one you touch. You can pause the music, start from here, and then raise the volume right here or raise the volume right there. It doesn't matter. So every time you listen to your music, the volume that is set, I would recommend that you touch once, because before they were paired, if this is on the maximum volume and this is on the lowest volume, they're not going to synchronize right. So make sure you kind of wake it up a little bit by touching a couple dots here. Now the volume is synchronized, okay? So let's hear some music, starting with a low volume, and I will adjust the recording here so it doesn't distort the sound. And I expect this to sound beautiful because the microphones that I'm using are very high quality, and these are super cardioid microphones. The pickup pattern is very narrow and they're a condenser microphone. There's no post-production and no EQ, nothing being added on the video. Okay, I'm at the YouTube library here. Let's pick a song here. The first one sounds fairly decent because I don't want any copyright strikes here, especially when I'm going to be playing this song for several seconds here. So let's start. Hit download. So you can actually see the stereo imaging, right, which is very cool. Now I had to do a few adjustments here, so the recording is still going to sound perfect without distortion. I'm turning on the pad here, and I'm going to adjust the volume accordingly. So I will try to play this nearly at 80% of the volume. I'll push it gradually here so you can see, you can actually see. You can also control the volume from here. You can pause it from here, resume play from here. Pause it, play from here. Now let's talk about how loud these things are. I would say they are pretty loud, and also this is a 30-watt system. When you combine two of them, it's going to automatically become a 60-watt system here. So let's play some music again here. Actually, this one here. I'm going to be playing at half a volume, 50%. So it's reading over 100 decibels from a foot away from the unit. Now one thing you have to be careful here as far as how loud you want to listen to your music. It doesn't matter if it is this unit, this speaker here, or even that speaker. Okay, it doesn't matter how much they cost, if it is like a $40,000 speaker or if it is a $3 speaker. You have to pay attention. You have to educate your ear to be able to hear the limitations of the mechanical noise the woofers are doing. So when you crank up something too far, okay, the woofers are gonna hear that mechanical limitation. They're gonna start to make that sound like pop, pop, plop, plop, plop. That once you hear that, turn down the volume immediately, which means you did not blow up your speaker. If you continue to let it do an excessive excursion beyond what it's mechanically capable of doing, it will damage your speaker. This speaker, that speaker, whichever speaker, okay? So how loud? It depends on the quality of the music that you hear. For example, my iTunes here, I trust this library because the source, it doesn't necessarily come from iTunes, but I can very comfortably play this at a maximum volume that I know I'm not gonna blow up my speaker. This is a copyrighted music here. I cannot play more than 5 seconds. Okay, so no distortion as you can see, okay? So if you listen to contents from YouTube or somebody else made the recording, I cannot guarantee that when you play this at a maximum volume, it's not gonna damage your speaker. On the iTunes, at least Spotify, I can actually play a maximum volume. And this holds its threshold very well, okay? Anything louder than that, for example, Amazon Music app, it's a lot louder than iTunes. So you do not want to crank this up to the maximum volume because you're going to damage your speakers, okay? So let's talk about the battery on this thing. Interestingly enough, when you plug in the USB cable to charge the unit, right, the LED comes on red, which tells you it's charging. And then when it goes out, it tells you that unit's been fully charged, right? No, actually not really. When you touch the outlet there on the little USB block brick that they provide, right, or any other charger, it's still gonna feel very warm even half an hour, 40 minutes past the time that the LED turned off, which tells me the unit is still charging, and then it's gonna go to another on a trickle charge mode. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this unit takes about 4 hours to charge on a USB 5 volt 2 amps. The one that they provided, or any other USB 2 amps that you choose, right? So when you touch the actual little brick there, it's still warm, okay? So in my opinion, this unit can take as much as 6 hours to fully charge to 100%, because even though the LED goes out, it's still charging the battery, okay? And then I think I saw somebody on YouTube making some sort of a review on the battery using some app that I can't have available for iOS. It's for Android. I think it's called, I forgot the name of the app. So this test was also done here, there, that the battery is indeed not ready to be fully charged, even though the LED goes out. It's still charging, but the unit thinks it's fully charged. Just bring it to your attention. But overall, this unit, I don't know why these things are not being sold on at Best Buy, or because this is actually an excellent brand. For $69 is the best set of Bluetooth speakers that I ever heard. The fact that they can actually pair in the divide in mono left, mono right. You can actually control the volume from here, and it synchronizes with the iPad, so you don't have to make sure it is set to maximum here to then play louder here. Okay, so whichever button you choose, it will synchronize. It will take from here, it will take from there, it will take from here. This is absolutely fantastic. The speakers are very nice. The quality of the audio, the dialogue is very good. I could actually edit video on this thing because the dialogue is so crystal clear, and the amount of bass is very decent. If you want to hear more bass, you want to put this closer to the wall, even though it's not the right thing to do as far as audio. Like, unfortunately, for example, the speaker here is close to the wall. There's nothing I can do about it. So they feature things that you can actually compensate for being so close to the wall. Plus, I put the panels here to kill a little bit of the high frequency. Also, the port is on the front, which is another great thing because I can actually put the speaker on a corner without the boominess of a rear port to actually alter the natural sound of the speaker. So I actually got away with this pretty good. But just saying, if you want to hear more boomy bass, put it closer to a wall, a kitchen cabinet in the corner. If you want to hear more accurate, you make sure you put this away from the wall, okay? And to finalize here, when you press it, when you turn the power off, you don't have to do both. Only to turn it on, you have to press here and there. So let's turn the unit off.
Powering on. Powering off.
See that? There you go. Now, to refresh your memory here, let's turn it back on. You need to press both now, because it's off, right?
Powering on.
It's going to remember to pair.
Ready to pair. Paired.
There you go. Now let's go to the Bluetooth here, see what's going on. Not connected yet. Okay. Now let's see this one here. If it doesn't work, don't worry, it's the other AOMAIS GO. There you go, unsuccessful, not a problem. Again, you have 2 units here, so let's press the second one here, the second AOMAIS GO on the ID, and then boom, connected, okay? So that should conclude my review.
Powering off.
I would definitely recommend you guys to buy the speaker here. If I could daisy chain 6 of those things, I would have bought 6, okay? Make like 3 this side and another 3 on that side. Make a massive party going on. Another thing that you can do, you can actually, let's say you're having a little get-together in your house, you can put one unit paired together, right, in one room, and the other one across the other side of the house, so you have music everywhere in the house, which is another great idea. Now for the water test, this speaker here will never see water. I don't find the need to have waterproof speakers, and even though you submerge this thing into the water, this is going to stain the woofers inside. Okay, fine, it's waterproof. Make sure this is also sealed all the way before you submerge this to water, but to me, I don't find it necessary to submerge these things in water. I would buy another smaller speaker, okay? So, especially if you take this on the beach, sand is going to be falling inside this thing here. Salt water on the woofers, I mean, are you kidding me, man? So this is never going to see water. That should conclude my review, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.